There was a sense of inevitability when the full-time whistle went. Boos rang round the city ground while Ange Postecoglou stood, motionless, towards the middle of the pitch applauding the home supporters. "He's gone," someone muttered while waiting for the former Nottingham Forest manager to attend his post-match press conference. A statement had emerged online from the club confirming their decision to sack Postecoglou. There was also a sense of inevitability that Chelsea would be the ones to put the nail in the former Tottenham manager's coffin. The narrative leading up to the game was win or bust for Postecoglou, who lasted just 39 days in charge in Nottingham. Despite a sloppy first 45 minutes from the Blues, it felt inevitable something would click in the second half, particularly with the changes Enzo Maresca made at half-time. Off went Andre Santos, Alejandro Garnacho, and Romeo Lavia. On came Marc, Guiu, Jamie Gittins, and Moises Caicedo. "I think we struggled in the first half a bit," Chelsea head coach Maresca explained post-match. "Off the ball, I think we were good, but on the ball we made some mistakes where we conceded some moments to them. Second half, we were much better. For sure, we can do better in terms of the red card to Malo Gusto. That is a mistake, 3,0, already one yellow card, we can avoid that. At the same time, I have to say the desire from the players to not concede a goal. It is important also, in the last 4 or 5 minutes they were shouting at each other, 'Don't concede, don't concede.'" Maresca continued, "My message at half-time was, guys, off the ball, the way we are pressing, we are good. On the ball, we are not good enough. Because first half, we made 3 or 4 mistakes in the build-up, when we conceded chances. Like you say, lazy. What do you say in English? Lazy. Lazy. Yeah, I think the word is lazy. Anyway, lazy mistakes. We can avoid that. I don't think it's lazy. It's sloppy. Sloppy. We looked sloppy in the build-up. We made some mistakes that were not good enough." Santos struggled to get into the game, despite having 2 decent chances to score moments before his substitution. Lavia did not look his best, while Garnacho was very sloppy. Changes had to be made, and in the form of Guiu, Gittins, and Caicedo, the head coach got it absolutely spot on. Watching from the director's box, Maresca was able to identify that Chelsea needed a focal point to play off, and in turn allow João Pedro to drop deeper into the number 10 role. In Guiu, Chelsea got just that. The Spaniard, who was recalled from his loan at Sunderland after Nicholas Jackson joined Bayern Munich, made just 1 Premier League appearance this season for Chelsea prior to the trip to Nottingham, but the impact he made did not reflect that. His all-round game was superb, bringing in those around him with some clever touches and passes, while producing a fine turn to win the free kick that led to Pedro Neto's goal, the one that handed the Blues that priceless 2-goal cushion. I think he was on for 15 minutes against Liverpool, fighting with Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and Ryan Gravenberch, and he was very good, Maresca said regarding Guiu. Today, after 1 minute of the second half, he won a corner against Moratu. So we need that from Marc. With Liam Delap still recovering from a hamstring injury, this cameo from Guiu should be enough for the Spaniard to force his way into Maresca's plans. Not only for his impact, but also due to how much better and natural £60 million signing João Pedro looked playing behind an out number 9. Meanwhile, Caicedo's general presence seemed to turn the tide in Chelsea's favour. The Blues midfielder, who had a late fitness test on Friday, was not fit enough to complete 90 minutes and was named on the bench. A concerning stat emerged prior to the game: Chelsea had not won in the 4 Premier League matches they have played since Caicedo was signed in August 2023. After a Caicedo-less first half, many were worried that would extend to 5. His introduction at the break, however, was pivotal for the Blues. Chelsea's midfield looked a different beast with the Ecuadorian at the heart of it, and there was so much more balance for the visitors. Gusto's naivety saw him sent off with moments remaining at the City ground. That was, including Maresca's red card in the win over Liverpool prior to the international break, Chelsea's 5th sending off in 6 matches across all competitions. Maresca once again rubbished any talk of a discipline problem, but it is something that urgently needs to be eradicated. Chelsea's players are young, in fact, At 23 years and 345 days old on average, the 11th put out by the Blues was the youngest in the Premier League this season, but they need to be more street smart. Their inexperience has led to too many red cards, and while it was not costly against Forest, it has been in defeats to Manchester United and Brighton in recent times. Next up for the West Londoners are back home matches against Ajax and Sunderland in the Champions League and Premier League, respectively, with the hectic 3-week schedule well underway. At such a crucial time of the season, there finally looks to be some momentum building for the Blues. 3 wins on the bounce, 6 goals scored, 1 conceded, and the feel-good factor has returned. Red cards. Well, of course, but there is not too much concern from those inside the club in that respect.